What up, y'all? It's your man Wayne Train back with another joint, and today I had to resurrect the OnePlus 7 Pro. Let's get it. Now, if you're familiar with myself, my name is Wayne Train, aka Dwayne Mims. You can search that up. I do tech videos, tech reviews, tech talks, anything new in the news, whatever you want to know. If you're interested in that kind of thing, consider subscribing to your boy. Trying to get things popping, trying to get things rolling. Definitely subscribe, or definitely leave a comment or whatever below what you guys think about the video at the end. And yeah, let's get it. So, OnePlus 7 Pro, I got this thing right when it came out, and this year, for me, has been probably my most hands-on with the phones. So, I've been shuffling between this, the iPhone 11 Pro, and the Google Pixel 4, the Samsung Note 10 Plus, and also, a couple small mid-ranges where we got the Sony Xperia 10. So I think that's pretty much all I had for this year when it came to phones. I think, yeah, even before earlier, I had the S10. So I've been kind of bouncing around. So through all those phones, I've been missing my OnePlus 7 Pro, man. I've been missing it a lot. And here I'm just going to talk about the things that I've been missing. Number one is the display. Now, by the end of the year, I think there's not really going to be any more phones coming out this year, so it's not going to have to wait, but I will have a review on my top phones of the year, and I'm going to split it up into categories a little bit too, and these will be the phones that I've tried. So, leave a comment if there's phones out there that you think may have done better, ones that you've tried, or even, some that your favorite tech YouTuber, covered that I couldn't cover. So, but the display on this OnePlus 7 Pro, in my opinion, is the best on the market. Yes, it's a Samsung display, blah, 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 but this display is not on the Samsung phones. I'm telling you that now, because there's just something about this thing that is just amazing. It's, obviously you got the 90 hertz, so it's fluid, and I'm not a big curved screen fan, so I'm not going to actually say that that's one reason as to why it's so good. When I hold this thing up to my Note 10 Plus, my iPhone 11 Pro, any of these other phones, this still comes out on top as my favorite. The blacks are great. It is an OLED panel, so colors are pretty poppy on this one. A little bit more than what I'm used to, especially from OnePlus. I don't typically care for super vibrant colors, but there's something about OLED panels that's just great on phones anyway. So the display for me is one thing that I've really been missing. The next thing is that little joint up at the top, the pop-up camera. Now, that kind of goes hand in hand with the display, in my opinion, because like I said, when you compare this to any other phone out, there's an obstruction. You got your camera hole right here, or a big pill shape right here, or a notch, and you don't get none of that with this. Part of that's because pop-up camera. So obviously they have the OnePlus 7T now, Pro or whatever, 7T. They don't have the pop-up camera. They adopted the teardrop that was on the OnePlus 6T, and I think they made it a little bit smaller, but some people really don't mind that. Me personally, I think as much as I didn't think it was gonna be forgotten, but there were a number of phones that adopted the mechanical pop-up camera, but in my opinion, I think it kind of got forgotten. I don't know if it's people were having issues with it or what, but for me, I love this thing. I'm not really caring about it not having an IP rating or anything like that. I can show you real quick. Let's see. Back to that camera. if I can get in there close, but actually I can't show you. But if you were to watch, I thought I could see it, but if you were to watch like a jerry rig everything or something like that, I'm pretty sure he broke this thing down. There is a seal inside of there. So once it's depressed, or even when it's out, that seal still covers, you know, that portion right there. So it's gonna limit the amount of water that is getting in there. Not saying it's waterproof or anything, but you know, there is a seal. They did do their due diligence into, you know, paying attention to those details. So for me, you know, things like water resistance aren't really a big deal. As far as, you know, IO, you know, no headphone jack, getting away from the camera, but no headphone jack, but that's cool. I still miss this phone a lot. Every single time I like walk by it, I have it like kind of on a stand with a couple other phones, and I just be like, man, I'm gonna get back to you, man. I'm coming back. Just give me a minute. I'm playing with this iPhone, playing with these other phones, but I'm coming right back to you. And here I am, I'm right back to it. Fastest phone that you can find, in my opinion, in terms of just scrolling through the OS. Web speeds and whatnot, you know, there's gonna be pretty similar. They all got like Snapdragon 855, 855 Plus. You know, you're not gonna see too big a difference when it comes to those kind of performance comparisons, but just throughout the phone itself, there are some, you know, major differences in my opinion. But lastly, now this is the one thing that I don't think most people are paying attention to, but lastly, the thing that I miss most about this phone is the haptic feedback. I don't think many people talk too much about the haptic feedback. I think they did a little bit, but it wasn't, you know, haptic feedback is haptic feedback. You know, it's not like one of those things that's a major deal breaker. But for me, if a phone, you know, is good top to bottom, and, you know, I'm comparing it to the next phone that's great top to bottom, and one has better haptic feedback, say one has better haptic feedback and one has wireless charging, but its haptic feedback is trash. And we got this phone, haptic feedback is amazing, no wireless charging. I'm picking the phone with the great haptic feedback. That's where I'm at with it. I'm prioritizing haptic feedback over wireless charging. I don't know why, but I am. And I'm somebody now that has really began to really appreciate wireless charging. So it's still not one of those things that I can't live without. I'm cool if I don't get it, as long as you give me some other great, you know, features like the haptic feedback. Now I know you won't be able to really tell, but when typing on this thing, it's just, oh my, can you hear it? Hold on. That little subtle knock, no vibration. It's not like, I forgot how to describe it, but it's not like one of those things that like constantly spins or anything like that. Or what is it? I think it's like a spinning mechanism, if I'm not mistaken. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a tech. Like, I don't know any of that kind of stuff, the internals too much. I'm getting there, but it's not the same vibrating motor that you get on a lot of phones. This is a lot better, it's amazing. So for me, I've been missing that haptic feedback, man. I've been wanting to pick this joint up every moment just to type for no reason. But anyway, man, that's my OnePlus 7 Pro resurrection video. I don't know if I'm gonna title it that, but definitely not. I ain't gonna get no clicks. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about the OnePlus 7 Pro. The OnePlus 7T Pro is supposedly still coming for T-Mobile. I do kind of want that McLaren edition. The black and orange is really attractive to me, but you know, it is what it is. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. You know, consider subscribing, like I said in the beginning, if we got similar interests. It's your man, Wayne Train. I'm out.